Hi, my name is Forrest Rothschild, and I'm a golf ball diver. Well, when I'm at the shop, I can do anything from servicing and inspection of scuba gear and tanks, teaching classes and students, as well as teams of public safety divers around the country. But when I'm out on the golf course, my day involves being underneath the water and picking up all the lost golf balls. Well, focusing on the golf ball diving, my day, I'll get to the course first thing in the morning, usually try to get there before first round start. Get myself geared up, traditional scuba gear, BC, tanks, mask, weights, exposure protection, and then I go in the water, and while I'm in the water, it's virtually blind diving because you can't really see anything, and so when you're diving around, it's all by feel, and then I'll spend the next 2.5 hours underwater just collecting as many golf balls as I can, and at that point I'll come up and switch my tanks. Currently we service about 130 courses between Maine and Maryland. Within that same region there's actually about 2,400 golf courses. I think 1,100 of them have water hazards. So to only have 10% of the courses that actually have water hazards is a good start. We're a small company. We just started a couple of years ago, and we're growing, and we're hoping to become the largest servicer in the Northeast and East Coast of America. A lot of times people think it's just a matter of throwing on scuba gear and jumping in the water, and so that's why I often invite people to come out and spend a couple of days with me just to see what it's like. It is a physical job. There's definitely effort and digging through muck and nastiness and having things bump into you that you may not expect, but on the other hand, it's the beauty of quietness and tranquility, and just knowing that your efforts are as a direct reflection of pay. So you put in a hard day's work, generally you're going to leave the day well rewarded. To have a scuba certification, you have to be able to endure dark or zero-vis environment. But in regards to scuba diving in general and being an instructor and working in a dive shop, that has to do with adult education. It has to do with continuing your schooling, being able to work with and learning teaching techniques and philosophies and principles. And so from the scuba diving side, there is the professional route where you can go and become a scuba instructor, but there's materials that you can have, but it's also you as an instructor. So any education and training that you can prepare yourself to be a better instructor will assist with that. In regards to the golf ball diving, what you want to be able to do is be comfortable. You have to be self-sufficient. You have to be able to be an independent worker, responsible and accountable. And that's actually one of the, I don't want to say the downside of the internet. I think the internet has some incredible information and resources available, but too often people will put credit or value on simply something they've read versus experiencing it. And we spend our lives in the water, so we're coming from not only professionals but experienced individuals. And I'm sure you've seen it on forums or things that you've seen online where somebody will write something. For us, like I'll see a diver that has maybe like 25 dives, but they'll have like 2,000 posts on this forum of things that they've done. And so, but I think there can be a balance, and one of my passions with teaching is I'm actually trying to put together an academic dive program for near where I live. Now there are a lot of schools that have college programs where you can do scientific studies for academic diving, but what I really want to do is truly a collegiate level dive program where is a semester long, multiple semesters where you can specialize and have a focus on either the physiology, the biology, the chemistry, and how all of this affects the body, because you're dealing with the physiology of how the body works with compressed gas under pressure. You're dealing with the anatomy, again, of the breathing and the pressure and how you work, the chemistry of the mixed gases or the partial pressures of gases, and tissue solubility. And these are all things that on an academic level or a collegiate level would make for an excellent program. So if I had my druthers, that's what I would be doing, would be teaching collegiate level scuba diving. I lived overseas doing hotel and hospitality service management, and when I was on my honeymoon many years ago, I had a chance to go on a resort course, enjoyed that, and a couple of years later decided to get into diving. I had a company that I sold at the time, and decided to spend and focus myself doing this. I've been pretty much in the water for the last 4 years straight. As cliche as it may be, if you follow something that you're truly passionate about and you believe in the quality and putting yourself out there to make it happen, the money will follow.